All right, let's dive right in. What if you could create your own custom AI apps just by describing what you want them to do? I mean, no code, no programming degree, nothing. Today, we're going to look at a brand new tool from Google called Opal that promises to do exactly that.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Imagine building a powerful workflow that does precisely what you need, simply by describing it in plain English. No complicated programming, just your ideas translated directly into a working tool. How cool would that be? How would that change the way you get things done?
Well, that is the exact promise of Google Opal. You can kind of think of it as your own personal AI workflow builder. It's designed to take your descriptions and turn them into real, functional AI-powered applications, all living right inside your Google Workspace.
So, at its heart, Opal is a no-code platform. That's the key phrase here. It means you use what are called natural language prompts, which is just a fancy way of saying you talk to it in plain English to build stuff. It's all about letting anyone create, customize, and even share their very own AI apps with zero developer experience needed.
The way it works is actually beautiful in its simplicity. It's just a three-step loop. First, you give it an input. That could be some text, a file from your drive, maybe a link to a website. Second, an AI agent takes that input and gets to work, based on your instructions. And third, boom, you get your output, whether that's a document, a web page, or something else entirely. But don't let that simplicity fool you, because there's some serious power under the hood. It's completely integrated with Google Workspace, and it gives you access to incredibly powerful AI models like Gemini 2.5 Pro for the really complex stuff. And this is a big one. You can even add a human in the loop, which is basically a manual checkpoint for final approval. For anyone who needs serious accuracy and quality control, that feature is an absolute game changer.
Okay, enough theory. Let's see how this all comes together with some actual practical examples. We'll start with a task that, a lot of us face, automating content creation, taking some raw info and turning it into something polished and ready to go.
So first up, let's tackle a classic. You've got a dense, maybe multi-page research paper, and you need to turn it into a clear, concise slide deck like yesterday.
The prompt that was given to Opal for this is so straightforward it's almost funny. It's just asked to take a PDF and a number and generate a presentation. But the really clever trick here was specifying HTML format. That little detail in the prompt is what leads to a much richer visual result instead of just a wall of text.
And what was the result? Well, the user uploads a 2-page paper, says they want 4 slides, the AI agent reads the whole thing, figures out the key points, structures them, and spits out a really clean HTML-based presentation with 4 slides. This just shows how you can easily tweak your instructions to refine and seriously improve the final output.
Okay, let's try another one. What if you've got a big block of text, maybe some study notes, and you want to turn it into an interactive study tool, like a set of flashcards?
And once again, the real magic is in the prompt. It doesn't just ask for flashcards. It gets specific. It asks for them to be flippable. That one simple word tells the AI to generate interactive HTML, which gives you, the user, direct control over how the app actually works. So you feed it some text about healthy foods and tell it you want 10. The AI agent goes through, creates 10 question and answer pairs, and the final output isn't just a list. It's an actual interactive web page with working, flippable flashcards. Just think about that for a second. You're not just getting text back, you're building a little mini web app on the fly.
So that's content creation. But what about more complex analytical stuff? Let's level up here and look at building some advanced analyzers by chaining together multiple AI steps into a single workflow.
Okay, check this out, a resume analyzer. This thing uses a multi-agent process. It's brilliant. First, you just paste in a URL for a job posting. An AI agent goes and scrapes that page for all the key skills and requirements. Then you give it your resume, and a second AI agent analyzes your experience against what the first agent found. The end result? A super detailed report on how well you match, with concrete suggestions for improvement.
But, whenever you're building something this sophisticated, things can go a little sideways. What happens when your workflow hits a snag or doesn't give you the result you were expecting? How do you figure out what went wrong?
This is where Opal gets really helpful for people who are actually building things. It gives you a console that lets you pop the hood and peek inside. You can track every single step of your workflow, see the exact input that was sent to the AI, and then view the raw output it sent back. It's basically your debugging toolkit, letting you find and fix any issues in your logic super fast.
All right, let's get to the really fun stuff now. We are going beyond just text to see how Opal handles multimedia and creative generation, including audio. This is where it gets wild.
So get this, let's build an app that creates a personalized audio greeting. Imagine just typing in an occasion, like an anniversary, a name, and getting back a complete, shareable audio message with a voice and even some background music.
And the prompt for this isn't just about writing a nice message. No. It specifically includes instructions for audio and music generation. This just shows how incredibly versatile the platform can be.
And the result is just so cool. The user puts in an occasion, a name, and a language. One AI agent writes a really nice message, then another agent generates speech from that text. The final product you get is a complete greeting with both the written words and a playable audio file. It's a whole multi-sensory experience built in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, so after seeing all of this, from slide decks to audio messages, let's just zoom out for a second. What does a tool like Opal really represent? What does this tell us about the future of personal AI?
I mean, let's just pause and recap what we saw get built here. In just a few minutes, we saw the creation of a slide deck creator, an interactive flashcard generator, a resume analyzer, a landing page optimizer, a personalized audio greeting, and even the start of a video ad concept. The sheer range and speed here are absolutely incredible.
This all points to a massive shift. I think we're moving away from generic, one-size-fits-all software, and we're moving toward a future where we can all build our own personalized AI tools. Tools that do exactly what we need them to do, no more, no less.
The era of one-size-fits-all software is ending. The power to create is being handed directly to you. So after seeing all this, the only real question left is, what will you build first?